What's up? How you doing? Sunday morning, and we're gonna have some coffee. Volcanica. I've had this before. I highly recommend it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having it again. Ethiopian coffee, medium to light roast. I love the packaging. Look at that. Good looking. Good looking. Like the mountain there. So it says, we take great care to provide you with the finest volcanic coffees from around the world, grown on coffee farms in mountain elevations above 3,000 feet, nourished by volcanic soil with cool climate and moisture from the clouds for a flavor you will never forget. Moisture from the clouds. Ethiopian coffee, which, by the way, is my favorite coffee. If I could pick one place from the world and have that coffee all the time, it would be from Ethiopia. Love Ethiopia. So, says expires 12/15/2022. Apparently after that it's not good anymore. So, yeah, but I like the packaging. Look at that. Very attractive. And we're going to open it up. Get like pliers or something. Tough to get a grip. Delicious. This coffee is like the best smelling coffee. Very rich. And for me, anything grown in volcanic soil has got to be awesome. So I'm going to grind some up. Got my grinder here. Tough to grind. So put some in here. I think that's enough. I don't want to make it so that tonight I won't be able to sleep from the effects of this morning. Cover it up. Put the top on. If you could smell that, you would know what I'm talking about. Wow. Yeah, that's delicious coffee. For the people at Volcanica Coffee Company, this is really good coffee. I highly recommend it. I think, you know, coffee shops should carry this stuff. I've been to a lot of coffee shops. I haven't seen one. If anybody knows of a coffee shop that carries this brand, specifically this brand, drop me a line, let me know. I will go and have a cup. And I have a new cup that I want to be drinking out of today. Look at that. So I'm going to have a cup in here today. Anyway, I'm going to go into the kitchen, brew it up, and then I'm going to come back here and have a sip. Be back soon. Alright, I'm back. Coffee's done. Delicious aroma. I got it in my new cup. And I keep the ingredients simple. The coffee itself, water, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and a little bit of milk. Sometimes I use cream. But no more than 1 teaspoon of sugar. I don't want to make it into molasses or something. So, that's delicious coffee. This is good to the last drop, from the beginning to the end, maybe to the last atom. Really good coffee. And I use sugar. Um, it's 16 calories. Okay? What's the point of the artificial crap? Put the real stuff in here. 16 calories, really, that's a big deal. Go up and down the stairs a couple of times and scratch your head while you're doing that, and you'll burn 16 calories. And you'll get the real thing. Now, I could see if a teaspoon of sugar was like 500 calories, then yes, I agree. Maybe don't put any sugar or anything. But 16 calories and people using that artificial stuff, it doesn't even taste that good. Yes, I know it's acquired taste. After a while, it tastes good. But, you know, for me, 16 calories is not worth the artificial crap. And the rule is, the lighter the coffee bean in color, the higher the caffeine. So the more you roast it, you'll get more flavor, but the caffeine level diminishes because, you know, fire kills caffeine. So this one is rich in caffeine because it's a light roast. Delicious. I picture myself on the top of a mountain with maybe even snow falling. Maybe it's about 33 degrees out, 32, 33. And I'm making a fresh cup of this coffee up there and having a sip. And I wish Starbucks would start selling this. I go to Starbucks all the time, but this stuff is better. I may have 2 cups. Usually I have 1, but it's not really 1 cup. It's more than that because when you go to Starbucks, it's big. So I don't know what that is, 16 ounces, 16 ounces, 20 ounces. This is, I think, around 8 ounces. So I probably have 2 cups compared to this size here, even though it's 1. Yeah, when I was a kid, occasionally you'd skip school, and one of my pit stops when I would skip school, first of all, I would spend it downtown. But in downtown in those days, there was a Dunkin' Donuts right on the corner, and it was busy, busy, busy. You'd go in there, and it was everybody, you know, probably like half hour or so before work, they would go in there and have a meal, donuts. And I would go in there, it would be freezing out. This would be winter time, and I'd get a coffee and a honey dip, or honeydew donut, or maybe it's honey dip. I think it's honeydew. Yeah, and I'd you know, sip it out in the cold. The steam would be coming up from it, and I'd roam around all day instead of being in school. Got busted a couple of times for that. Did not work out well. Did not turn out well. Did not. Got in trouble. And then tried it again, and I perfected it. And but I wouldn't do it like, you know, weekly. It would be, you know, time would go, and I would do it once in a while, but not that often. I had a friend who had one of those mothers that whatever he wanted, she would do for him. You know, big mama's boy. And so he would take every Monday off, every single Monday. So he would have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3-day weekend all the time. And one day, I took French in those days. You know, I should have taken Spanish, but I took French. And the teacher, she looked over and didn't see him in the seat there. And she waited to the end of the class. And she said, "Does anybody know why," points to the seat, "why he's not in class every Monday?" And then some kid who wanted to let the teacher know that he was knowledgeable about the situation, He goes, his mother lets him stay home. And the teacher went, oh, I see. So then the next day, Tuesday, was the last period of the day, that French class, which I was not a fan of. But anyway, the last period of that class, and my friend is in school that day, and he's sitting there, and she's not saying anything, and I thought maybe she forgot. So she waits till the very last couple of minutes, and she says, can I ask you a question? And he says, yeah. And she goes, how come you're not in school every Monday? And of course, what's he going to say? My mother lets me stay home. He goes, oh, I'm sick. And she goes, every Monday? And she says to him, I want you to know that by law, you have to complete 180 days of school. And if you fall short, you will repeat the year. So he was like, so anyway, after that, he started coming in. And I think he came in for like 5-6 Mondays in a row. And then he started doing that, taking Monday off again. But I don't think he did it every Monday. I think he did it every couple of Mondays or so. And he graduated. But, you know, it was a good deal for him. He had 3 days off. Three days off, 4 days on. Yeah, me, I would take a day off here and there, but it was every, you know, every blue moon. It was not every week. You know, every week you get your report card, you bring it home for them to sign, whatever, you know, and they would look at the bottom if they noticed that little area where it says absent, and they would see like, I don't know, 15 days absent, and they would say like, yeah, what's going on here? You weren't sick. Why does it say 15 days? And then you'd have to come up with some explanation, and you wouldn't be able to because, you know, what are they going to say, typo? I would have said typo. Anyway, Volcanica Coffee, I highly recommend it. Yeah, buy some, try it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Good stuff. Refreshing.